Okay, so we're going to be watching Harmann today. I don't know what SR this is, but it's going to be Winston on King's Row. They said, I seem to be struggling with now 50% win rate so far in Overwatch 2. Winston's one of my favorite tanks to play because of how quickly you can adapt to situations, put up a respectable front line when needed, dive their team when needed, protect your teammates, just generally create tons of space. Here's two games, and one of them I think is a win, so I'm going to pick the one that's lost. This one really feels like a lot of my losses. Things are so close all the time, but some games it feels like there's a desync between my DPS and me. They're either playing too aggro and dying before fights, or I'm not capitalizing, or they're not capitalizing on openings I'm making. I do recognize that several times I jump, I'm paraphrasing here, jump around corners so that I'm fighting their whole team and then my DPS aren't able to help. So let's take a look. First of all, I'm going to set my sound down. Way down. Great. Now, I would say as Winston, you should think of what your supports are. Right? Anna, great. She can heal you from distance. She can nano you. She can grenade. Right? Really, really great. One of the best possible supports to play with Winston. Mercy is okay. Like you're gonna get some healing from her. You're basically never gonna do it in boost, but that's okay because the Mercy's gonna help take care of your DPS. You have a Genji here who's obviously gonna poke until he gets blade and then wipe the team. And then Bastion who's gonna be basically 6 seconds, crazy dangerous, 12 seconds, not dangerous, and think around that. Winston, I don't think has played in King's Row very much at all. I don't think Winston's a good hero on King's Row because King's Row is effectively one long curvy highway. Winston is great for maps with open space and vertical mobility in particular, right? Not open long sight lines, but lots of verticality with short fight distances. Gibraltar, I think, is one of the classic Winston maps that you see Winston play all the time. So I think this is really hard as Winston here because, again, you can't fight at the choke because they're just going to push through you and kill you. If they force you back, then you've lost the fight. If you wait for them to come in and go for a backline, great, but the problem is they might push into your team and kill you, like kill your teammates before you do anything, which I think makes Winston especially bad on defense. I think offense, doable. Defense, I would never play Winston on defense on King's Row. But, it is possible, right? I'm certainly not saying that it's impossible by any means. I just don't think that it's a good hero for the situation. So we're going to play this and see what's going on. So, number one, you kind of check. You see, hey, is there Whittle? Doesn't appear to be Sniper. Kind of, what's your thought process here? You're going to pop sleep here. I don't think that's a good sleep. Like, what are you going to do with this? You can't jump in right now or you die, right? You're playing back here. Again, you're already running the Winston problem, which is what's your plan right now? If they just deathball to the point, what are you going to do about this? You're just kind of poking right now. Again, these pokes do so little damage, and they also make you quite vulnerable. They're going to farm ult charge off of you. Okay, so you're playing statue. You go for backline, which is the right call. You haven't gotten healed up, which is unfortunate. Okay, you go over here, you pop bubble, which is okay. I think the problem here is the Rhine going to come after you here? He is not, so you're kind of okay right now. You kind of zap a little bit. You're at 15% ult charge. This is okay. You're kind of holding the back. I think this is okay so far, right? Not big impact by any means, but you're holding the back, which is the most important thing, right? Obviously, delay them as long as you possibly can. All right, you decided to engage backline right now. You kill Trap first, which is great. Kind of separate the team. This is okay, right? And you come back. Unfortunate, your Bastion died at some point. Got rezzed. Oh, yep. Bastion's still alive. Great. Check in there. Taking a lot of damage. You're gonna try to drop the junk. I don't think that you should have jumped here. But I guess you would bubble, so it actually ends up being okay. I would have jumped on the other side of the car, right, and then used bubble there. But let's actually see where your Anna's playing. Yeah, I guess you actually stayed within line of sight of your Anna, so you might have thought about it. It actually ends up being okay. There's a trap right there. You see it. I think you jumped junk here a few seconds earlier, right? Right, the second I see this, I jump right into him. He doesn't have trap. Right, he's super low already. Now you're never gonna be able to kill him. It's way too late now. All right, so here again is the problem. Your Rhine is now in. I think right now I jump to my Anna because you're not gonna have time. And again, if you jump the Junkrat a few seconds earlier, you would have jump ready to use it right now. Again, as Winston, how do I stop the Rhine from just walking into my team? Can I really kill the backline fast enough? It's kind of tricky. Your DPS definitely aren't doing you any favors here. But I don't necessarily know that they're playing poorly. I think the Bastion in particular is just not a good... It's not synergistic with what you're trying to do here. Alright, so you come out, you take position here, which I think is reasonable, right? Again, I don't think walking forward like this is the right call, right? Pop that bull really early. The Rhine's just farming you for ult charge right now. He's already at 90%. You're reloading here with 12 ammo left. I don't know why you would do that. Just finish off the clip. Right, again, Rhine's totally farming you for ult charge. right? The Ana kind of forces Nano here. I don't think this is the right call, right? Because there's 3 people right here, right? You get nanoed. You see this guy's purple. Just jump him, right? Jump him, go here. I mean, also you're gonna get charged right here. Another reason why it's hard to play Winston on this map. Like, there's no verticality for most of the areas, so there's nowhere you can jump to. Like, if there's a high ground here, you could jump here. The Rhine can't charge you at least, right? He may be able to swing at you, fire strike, but here, where are you gonna go that the Rhine can't charge and pin you right away? But anyway, I think the right choice is to dive here and to try to kill the purple Junkrat and the Kiriko. Like, this is not gonna work so well. Right, he gets mini, and now what do you do? Like, you just got nano and you killed nobody. Right, you didn't force any ultis, you didn't force any cooldowns, like the soldier just ran away from you. Oh god, there's a trap. Yeah, I mean, that's not your fault for the... Okay, so I'm now thinking that I pretty much have to primal, like, right away, because I know they have Shatter, right? The Ryan's hit me a million times, he has to have Shatter by now, and I know I'm low. I don't think that I'm going to be able to get to healing. Like, there's no cover in either direction. There's at least one more second I could try to live here, but I think I jump and immediately primal. Or primal right away and then jump, rather. I think makes more sense. And then go for this chunk right here. Definitely not the Rhine. And just hope that the Rhine doesn't kill my whole team with Shatter. Alright, so you get away, which is fine, right? Again, the problem here is, what's your plan after this? Ana comes down, heals you. Okay, great. Quite risky there for you to try to jump away, but you easily could have died there. Alright, now you're jumping in. You know, I think this bubble is too early. You're not stopping the Rhine from attacking you anyway. I think that you want to get a little more distance before you use that bubble. Right? And then you just kind of waste this bubble, because the bubble also helps protect your team from Shatter. And you're going to Shatter right now. Yeah, see? I called it even before. Like, I knew right away. Because the Rhine's like, oh, he doesn't have bubble? He's lined up his whole team? I'm going to Shatter right now. And what are you going to do about it? You also should have jumped right now to avoid getting shattered. You get shattered, your whole team gets wiped. Right? Tire kills you, though I don't think it was even necessary. This technically it's not even right. Oh, your team actually did get shattered there. Interesting. That's, you know, on them, not on you. That that somehow they didn't get shattered here. They played well knowing that shatter was coming. Right. You're gonna jump in, you bubble, right? I whack you, blah blah blah, right? How does he not kill anybody here? Okay, he just messes up. Right, at the minimum. Oh, he gets purpled. That's why. I think he just holds shield right now, right? Just hold shield and don't eat this shot right here. Anyway, you're dead. I don't know what happens from here, because your team still end up losing. Okay, Mercy's dead. You should aim your mouse down, that way you can get further into that doorway instead of clipping the top. Are you coming back? You have primal, so definitely a chance to make a play here. You're kind of shooting the Junkrat. I don't think I mean, I don't think you want to play here right now, right? Because any damage you take, no one's gonna be able to heal you yet, because your supports are still walking back. Oh, your Ana's been hiding up here, so I guess that's good. Your Ana can hopefully see you here. Again, I don't want to pick fights with the Rhine. Like, every hit he lands on you is just charging Shatter again, right? Like, stay the heck away from the Rhine. Okay, high ground, I think this is generally speaking a good spot to be in. The problem is you're too far away now. You clip the top, that's really bad. Now you're forced to primal. Alright, so primal mechanics, super important primal mechanics, right? Isolate one person, kill them. There's a ton of skill involved in this. It's one of the highest skill ceiling abilities in the game. Super, super difficult to do consistently. I have to practice it regularly in order to be like even okay at it. Let's see what you do. So who are you deciding to kill here? Right, so you mess up, you primal, you go in here. Okay, you hit the junk, sort of. I mean, I think you miss both swings, but you just land on them. Right? Yeah, I think you missed both of these swings. Okay, now who do you hit? Okay, you hit the trap, which is good. Good awareness. Okay, the Rhine's coming. You should have jumped right there. Okay, again, right into them. Okay, great. You finally got some hits. Right, you start your juggle. Alright, unfortunately you wasted like most of that primal doing, unfortunately, not a lot. You really had to hit them on that first jump. So, right there, you kill this Kiriko if you pull this jump short, right? If you start holding back right away, I think you land on the Kiriko, and then melee when you land, and she dies. See, now you have to chase her down. You're low ammo. Your Ana did a good job there. You have to reload right away. Ugh. Ryan's like sort of low, but like I think his team should heal him here, but apparently they're not. I guess the Kiriko was slept or something. Okay, good dive. You should melee to finish. Yeah, good. I would say right now you're doing okay, all things considered in Winston. I think your team is playing very well, which is kind of funny that that you felt like the DPS were really letting you down. I mean, I think the DPS is doing fine here, and the supports are doing well too. Okay, you're setting up to kind of go for the backline, which I think is the right call. Alright, but you have to be mindful what corner your team's playing, right? Your team's playing the next corner, so if you fight back here, you're not going to get any help. Which, you know, might be okay, but think about it, right? You're on the Mercy. I don't think reloading there is the right call. I think that you just go in right away. You didn't really even use that much ammo when you reloaded, right? And I think the benefit of surprise right now, yeah, I mean, 73 ammo, I think you just dive and keep going, right? So you're trying to force the Mercy, but the problem is now you have to worry about charge. Yeah. Okay, you did a good job dodging that. So I definitely like don't cover here. I think I would think about going in, right, and seeing what's happening right here to make sure that this bubble, like you might need to step up here and bubble to save your soldier. Right, it's a reasonable bubble. The Ryan's still got a lot of health though. You're not gonna kill him. Right. I think I would think about following up there with dive. I think your team was ready for you to follow up there, like right there. Right here. Alright, so the Ryan's got like 150 health maybe. You have your Anna behind him. I think you dive. I think I jump here, right? I think I jump here and then see what happens. And I split the soldier and I see who ends up getting supported here. I have Primal, so I can have a chance to make a play here. I think backing up gives him a chance to reset. So you do kind of a blind dive in here. I don't like this. I think you should have stepped forward a little bit to be able to figure out what the deal was, where the situation was. Okay. Oh, you missed an opportunity to kill the Mercy. Right? You see how the Mercy has 30 health that flew right by you to the right. Okay, now you try to go for the Junkrat. It takes you forever to kill Junkrat. EH. Alright, finally get him. Ryan's on you. Okay, you do a good job getting away. I think this is alright. I don't know exactly why you're bubbling, maybe you're just nervous. Okay, you jump in. You don't have bubble right now, so I don't know that I agree with this. Like, everyone can attack you right now. You're feeding ult charge again. Oh, okay, this is really bad. Right? You get scared there, understandably, and then you pop Primal. This is a really bad fight. I think you're doing fine up until this moment. I think this is throwing for sure. And I don't think your Primal mechanics here were particularly good. Now you're going to wake the Rhine. Alright, he's going to get another Fire Strike on you. So, again, yeah. I would, instead of landing in the back, I would have landed on the cart, right? Like right here. You do more splash damage, right? Because you're closer to them. And then you don't get hit by this Rhine. Because if the Rhine starts swinging at you, you just drop to the other side of the cart. Yeah, I think this is a mistake. Okay, you did a good job jumping. Okay, yeah, now opportunity to kill the Rhine. Again, I jump here, right? Because I understand there's two supports healing him. Purple is over. Jump, kill the backline. You can see... like, they're critically wounded back here, right? Look at the Cassidy's nearly dead, and the Kiriko's nearly dead. Jump in here and kill the backline right now. Like, for sure. Now it's too late, right? And now you only hit the front. Now you're going to walk in front of the Rhine. The Mercy's low, but, like, you can't kill her right now. It's okay. Right. Yeah, not worth it. You greeted there, right? I think you made a mistake not going right away. And then I think that you made a mistake going in without bubble. I think going in without bubble is always incredibly dangerous. You have to really know what the situation is if you're going to go in without bubble, right? Right now, your bubbles, you got 7 seconds left, and you're just like hell-bent on trying to kill this Mercy. I think if anything, you kind of back up into the mini room maybe. But like honestly, once you jumped in, you already made a big mistake. Big mistake. And you also almost at Primal as well. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. So I don't think you can contest this. Oh, okay. Wow, you're Anna doing a phenomenal job contesting this. Okay, great. So now you jump, you kill... No, kill the purple Cassidy! You saw him! You even jumped on him! If you had more time, by the way, I would help my soldier, but you don't. Like, just turn to your left, kill the Cassidy! No, don't kill the Mercy, kill the Cassidy! be a little careful what card here. Yeah. Shatter. Kill the Mercy. Good call. Good focus. Yeah, just zap him. You're good. Yeah, so far, I mean, I think this feels fine. I mean, again, I think you made a really big mistake there, but overall, I think you did all right. All right, they're gonna be winning Sigma now. You have the same support comp, which is fine. So you kind of scout, see what they got. Okay, they have Mei, Sigma, Kiriko, right? You're gonna see the Mercy in a second. You get walled, great. Like, what Maul wasn't doing against you. You go for the Soldier. Nope, I don't think bubbling here is the right call, right? You're not even that injured. Right, you're 391, 330. Both supports can see you. There's no reason to pump. Why? They will be able to see you in a second. I don't think there's any reason to pump bubble there. Right now you don't have bubble, so it's really hard for you to do anything. Now your team's having trouble getting into the choke because you're not making any space. You have 3 seconds. I think it's really important here to stay high in health. Right? This is understandable dodge, right? You're just trying to keep the Soldier back. I think you could have done that without bubble, honestly, and then save bubble for right now, but it's okay. I think going high ground right here is a good idea. You know, you're kind of zapping the front line right here instead of going for the back line. I think I understand because, again, your team can see the front line while they won't be able to see you going for the back line. Okay, you DPS trade, but your Mercy reses. You once again go for the Soldier. Right, yeah, stay on the supports. Kiriko's low. Kiriko's very low. It's fine, then you just stay on her. Like, I mean, your team can help you eventually. You see the Mercy really low in the air. Alright, good job staying alive. Oh, you can hear it. Like, you can hear it and you can see it. There's no reason to jump here. That's really big, right? It prevents you from making any space right now. Now you're just forced to use bubble. The problem is next time you jump, if you don't have bubble, you're gonna die. Excellent jump, right? Getting to high ground one go. If you miss that, you're gonna die. Okay, so you're down 1. I'm definitely thinking, okay, like, you got to make a play right now. You already have ulti. Like, I would expect that to be prominent. This is a bad bubble, right? Nobody's even attacking you. You want to get closer. Oh, you're gonna knock him forwards. Okay, you missed at least 2 swings there. You're kind of getting. Oh, okay. I understand. You're trying to stay alive now. No, you're greeting. Right, you definitely could have just walked out of there. Right, zap. At this point, I change places with the Soldier. Right, I'm not gonna kill him unless I jump here, and then if I jump here, I'm gonna die. So you should have immediately started going back to your team, and then you clip it. Right, you get another couple seconds, you get out the door, and then you can cleanly jump over the wall. All right, you come back out. Your Soldier's dead, so it's 4 and 4 right now. 4 and 5. They actually have everybody up. You don't want to take any chip damage. Honestly, I think you just go here from the left and you jump to the right, and that way you don't take so much damage. Like, you just took 300 damage. You're feeding a lot of ult charge right now. Right, Soldier's still farming you right now for ult charge. Alright. Yeah, Soldier's dead. Or Soldier kills your Junkrat. You should have killed the Soldier. So, on this jump, you should have landed to... You know the Soldier's going to go left, right? Like, he's not going to run back towards your team. It's unlikely he's going to run to the stairs. You want to land right here, body block him from getting past you, and then he's, like, almost dead, right? 50 plus 30 melee damage, 30, 25, 50, 80. So that's 3 blocks right there. He would have this much health. You'd kill him in under a second. Okay. And now... Okay, this bubble is crazy, right? Why are you bubbling? They already walled you off. You just wasted bubble. So, this sucks. But you pick a good spot to stop. You're like sort of half in, half out of the bubble. I think you need to get back to your team right now. I think you jump towards that Soldier. Right, I think that's the right call. Yeah, track him. Yeah, perfect. Okay, 6 going. This is the right call. Keep going for the back line. Again, their Mercy's up, which makes it really hard for you to do anything. Mercy completely counters your damage, right, unless you're nanoed. So, there's not a lot you can do during Valk other than try to gang up on people and create some space. Alright, another jump without bubble, right? Like, you put bubble here, this is a bad bubble, you weren't taking any pressure to begin with. Now you jump here, if you have bubble, you live right now. You don't have bubble, so you die. So now you're down to 1 minute. You're gonna have Primal, though, before the end of the game. Yeah, I mean, also, I don't see any sign of your, like, DPS getting picked and not being able to help or anything like that. I mean, like, they're getting picked, but they're also getting picks. It's like a pretty even trade. Definitely don't feel, oh man, your team just won it for you. Right, you weren't even there. Okay, yeah, you're like, oh, nope, I can't jump this. Which I think is the right call. I think you're just like, okay, just chill, wait for your team to be ready. I don't think you throw a bubble here, right, unless you don't plan on attacking for the next 8 seconds. I think that you probably go high ground and you just wait the setup for your team to get close to the corner, right? I think you should reload right now. Yep. Okay, you just saw purple, like, grenade just went off. Like, there are a bunch of people who are purple here. You got a lot of options. I really don't want to fight the Mei. It's just going to block like that. Right? You want to jump? Jump? Yeah, jump. So I think one also like micro tip I would give is instead of jumping in between the Sigma and the Kiriko there and then chasing this Kiriko down, jump on the other side of both of them, and that way you can zap both of them at the same time, right? And just increase the amount of damage you do. There's times where you're like isolating people, but like you could actually still kill them by zapping more people at once. And I think you got to look for opportunities to do that. Jump and kill a soldier. Yeah. All right, now just Sigma. You just R9. You don't need to be chasing. Make sure to watch the kill feed. All right, you want to kill a Sigma here before the rest of the team regroups, right? So jump. I would jump right here, right? Too late. Okay, you're playing pretty far forward right now, which I think is okay. Right, your wall is up. Okay, so one of the things I note here is that you saw the wall go up, right, a few seconds earlier. I can see how you might lose this game because your team's actually playing very well. Right. Also, I don't really want to zap right now, to be honest, because I already have ulti, so I'm just charging their support ultis on. Like, okay, so you saw again. You both see it and hear it. Yeah, you saw it right there. Now you also heard it. I'm thinking I need to make sure that I can get out of here and not get blocked by the wall, right? You just kind of like get really aggressive here. Now you pop this. You're in big trouble. You get to pop Primal, but the Primal's not in great position unless you can knock people into the chasm. You can't, right? So you kind of waste this Primal completely, right? All the time Primal did is basically give you a few hundred extra health to make sure you didn't die immediately. All right, again. Nice high jump. Okay, you survive. Nanos popped. You saw the B. Nope. It's fine. Oh, no. See, I wouldn't do that. Alright. So, you jump. You put bubble down, which I think is reasonable. You reload. I don't go back right now. Right? I'm looking to see, hey, well, there's 3-4 people right here. This is like a really hard jump angle because you're going to get capped by this guy. I don't know how much health these people have. I think that I'd probably try to zone the soldier right now, right? With 230 health, you're not going to do very much, and the soldier's going to run through your bubble and then kill you. So I think I turn back around because I'm pretty sure the soldier, as soon as he sees that you're doing this, he's going to run through the bubble. Yeah, exactly. And now he's going to melt you.
I've got you in my sights.
Okay, you pop the visor. Yeah, you have to go for this kill. Good job surviving. Trying to live. Wow. Good job. Live with 7. But again, if you have Primal, you win that fight and you win the game. Wasting Primal there was a big deal. You're very nervous here, which is understandable. I mean, I think you go back to your team here. Like, you're still super low. I think you should go back to your team and get healed up completely, because this is going to be the last fight. You drop into the team. So Sigma wastes rock. Okay, again, I don't think you're already basically fully healed right here, right? I think you want to jump high ground right now, zap the Mercy, force the Mercy down to the ground. Right? Nothing can contest you if you play high ground. This is like one of the few areas where Winston's actually very, very good on this map. I think you have to play high ground right here. Like, you don't want to be within range of the Sigma and the Mei. Right? Now you're taking a ton of damage with not a lot of value. Again, Winston doesn't do a lot of damage, only 60 damage per second, which is almost exactly what Mercy does. So basically, Mercy's just canceling your damage right now. You're not doing anything. Also, your supports just died. How did your supports just die? Could you have saved them? So they popped ulti, again, like technically, yeah, there's nothing you can do to save your supports here, but this is an example of their tank getting value and you're not, right? Your primals are really not giving you any value whatsoever. It's a combination of mechanics and being forced to do it at the wrong time. Yeah, primal just to get out of here. You have 8 seconds. Like, what's your plan now? Like, you can't even leave the cart, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's review. I think overall your positioning is good as Winston. I think you certainly understand the pace of getting in, getting out, trying to play from good angles with cover, etc. I think your primary issues come down to two things. Number one, jumping when you don't have bubble, which I'm not saying you should never do, but I'm saying that you jump sometimes when you don't have bubble and then you die because it was a wrong call. You have to be very careful, like knowing I am not going to die here for this. Number one. And number two, I think your primal rage is giving you almost zero value, right? I think we saw like maybe like 3 or 4 primal ranges. I think like half of them got forced out in scenarios where you couldn't do anything with them, and the other half it would have been difficult to do something with them. Um, but like also your mechanics aren't good enough to actually get any value. So I would encourage you to go to a workshop, of which I think I'll find a code and post it for you. But there are workshops over there for you to practice your primal rage. Hopefully that was helpful.